Combat doing battle. Philip White at the plate after one away. And Philip White to left field. Does this one have enough legs? It does. And Logo Express has their first run of the ball game. And so that brings up Brian Autry. And Autry, a chopper back up the middle for a base hit. So one on, one in, and one out. And John hitting this one into center field. And one easily retired for out number 2. Here's Matt Bunn. This might retire the side into short center. The play made, and Logo Express only able to score a run in the top of the first. Northwest Combat coming to the plate for the first time today after this word from Easton.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton bat line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
Resmondo Sports is back with nearly 300 USSSA men's B, A, and AA World Tournament wins, in addition to the record-breaking 5-time USSSA Men's Major World Championships. This weekend only, Resmondo Sports is offering the High Performance Composite Bat Combo of the Year. You can pick up a Worth World Series Edition Resmondo Titan and the 2011 Worth Resmondo Duo for the World Series exclusive price of $4.99 when you buy both. To take advantage, see a Resmondo Sports representative at Disney or log on to ResmondoSports.com and use the promo code WSEDUO. Sal Formosa leading things off. Here in the bottom of the first inning. And on the infield. Formosa's going to beat it out. Getting aboard. The first base runner of the ball game for Northwest Combat. And John Oram into right field. There's a base hit. So the tying run is in scoring position early here for Northwest Combat. Frank Henry at the plate. To second for one, to first, and that's an inning double play. So Northwest And popped up into left. Now retires the side. Rick, a quick inning. Only 1 run scored through an inning and a half.
Could become a defensive battle. We'll see.
Bottom of the second, Oscar Shipley at the plate. Hitting into left field. Leadoff hit. And that brings up Joey Smith. On the ground, is this another double play? Oh, the throw to first from the second, not in time.
Joey Smith with nice hustle, beating it out. Fulton flips over to second for the force out, not in time at first. Excuse me, that's White, the shortstop for Logo.
Matt Albert. A long run made there and left.
Harrison chasing the ball down in left field. That's Jesse Harrison. Derek Warren, the pitcher, will step up with 2 away. Runner on second.
Jeremiah Johnson-Smith likes Northwest Combat to win this game. The winner of this game is going to take on Rismondo tonight on the stadium.
Scheduled for 8:30.
Here's Derek Warren with 2 away. Finally, we see a hit, and it's going to produce. Oh, no, it's not going to produce a run. They're going to hold at third. So runners on the corners. And Kyle Decker at the plate. Decker back up the middle. That'll score a run. And Northwest Combat has tied it.
The signal. So Decker's on first, Warren's on second. 2 away. Josh Fulton, the shortstop, the batter.
Got under that one. Easy fly ball. Fulton retired. Northwest Combat tacks on a run. We're cranking right along here. 2 runs scored total. It's 1-1 after 2. USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in beautiful Osceola County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From fast-pitch softball, basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for you. Log on to USSSA.com to find out how you can take part.
Play the best and play USSSA.
Top of the third, Logo Express, Northwest Combat. And it's 1-1.
Matt Blanton, the right fielder, will step into the plate. Heyman's on deck, Johnson in the hole. Fulton. Over to Albert at first, 1 away.
And Ricky Hemans. Into the corner, foul ball.
Tough for us to see that corner, Bernie.
It is.
First base umpire giving us a good look.
I parked way over in the corner today. By the way, I parked right behind the 385 sign last night, and I'm thankful that my car is okay. Actually, I think his car is right there today. He must have felt pretty good. I saw some bombs, and I wanted to hide behind a garbage can.
Y'all are living on the wild side.
Definitely not for tomorrow night. Home Run Derby at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. As Hemans gets aboard with a single.
Kevin Johnson, the pitcher. Call him KJ. He's probably the character of that team. He's a fun-loving guy. Loves the game.
Into center. Back-to-back singles.
One out, 2 runners on. KJ just popped it right over the second baseman for a single. Big Brandon Murray. Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Been there before?
Yes, I have.
Been all over the world, Rick. Into left field, just falls in front of the left fielder. It'll score a run. So Logo Express has the lead for the second time in this ball game.
Heyman's coming in to score. Johnson over to second. Murray on first with a single. 2 runners on, 1 away, top of the third. Live at ESPN Wide World of Sports, Men's Major World Series.
Here's Philip White.
White with a home run in the first inning.
And to right.
Frank Henry with the grab. Fires it back into Kyle Decker. Additional hitter, big Brian Autry will step in. Runners on the corners. 2 away.
Second plate appearance for Autry. Hits in the 3 hole for this Logo Express squad.
Power hitter. Brandon Murray will represent Logo Express in the home run derby. There goes Autry.
That one's onto the hill.
Three-run shot right over the left field wall. Between the USSSA banner and ESPN Wide World of Sports. Jumped out of here. Brian Autry continues to lead Logo Express in home runs and RBIs.
And that retires the side. Beginning, though, we've finally broken through. We've scored a crooked number, Rick.
Yes, sir.
Four scored in the top of the third. It's 5-1 Logo Express as we head to the bottom.
Sometimes he gets it wrong, and I know John. I can't.
Says we wish we were playing a high-tech song.
Sponsor screwed him.
That's like Stephanie's saving his butt. I told him.
And that's what my Becky and I were talking the other day. He was waiting. That's all we can attribute. So I said, now we're done. You know, I told him they were running video. He goes, that's great. I said, all of a sudden, he gets it any sooner, we'll go. Okay. Yeah. Well, and that's what I told him. I said, if we're ready, we go early.
We're back. Bottom half of the third inning, Sal Formosa, the center fielder, will lead it off. Gets it to right field for a single. So Logo Express leads 5-1 over Northwest Combat. Combat batting right here in the bottom of the third. Johnny Orem, the batter, second baseman from Northwest Combat. Matt Bunn chases it down. Formosa will tag up. He'll move into second. One away. Number 24, the third baseman, Jeff Garrett, to the plate. 1 on, 1 out. Pop up to right field. Blanton makes the catch, fires it back in. Formosa tags from second, moves into third. So there's 2 outs. Frank Henry to batter. Henry reaches out. That goes down in that right field corner. But Blanton with the catch retires the side. No runs, a couple of hits, no errors. And we move into the top half of the 4th inning. Logo Express leads 5-1 over Northwest Combat. Live at ESPN Wild World of Sports.
Matt Bunn leading off the inning. Ooh, nice run there. And left.
Was Matt Blanton chasing it down? Excuse me, that's not Matt. It's Frank Henry. The right fielder for Northwest Combat, Frank Henry.
Backhanded to first. Oh, the throw's not in time, and look at that stare.
Don Lombard, the umpire, right on top of the play.
I think they were almost pointing that maybe he took his foot off the bag. Is that what the gesture might have been?
I'm thinking that might have. Matt Albert didn't think so. Frank Allen yielding the batter.
The Doc, is that what I remember correctly? Popped into right field. And Matt O'Hara taking a snooze on that one. We apologize you couldn't see that nice grab out and right.
Frank Henry again with the catch.
Into left. The bats have been quiet. That's an understatement, Rick.
Yes, sir.
It's 5-1. as we head to the bottom of the fourth here at Disney. Bottom of the fourth, 5-1 our score. This one swung on and lifted off the wall there in left field. Extra bases for Oscar Shipley.
Just missed leaving the park. Shipley drives it off the left center field fence.
And so that brings up Joey Smith. Northwest Combat trailing by 4. Couple of picks for them on our Facebook page. This one hit into center field. It's out number 1. And Matt Albert. Albert skying this one to left. And that's going to score the second run of the ball game as Harrison grabs it. Oscar Shipley coming in to score. But there's 2 away.
5-2. Bottom of the fourth. Pitcher Derek Warren steps in.
Derek Warren into left.
Middle infielder Kyle Decker will bat with 2 away, 1 runner on.
Into left. Second put out of the inning. There in left field for Harrison, and Oscar Shipley scoring the only run of the inning for Northwest Combat. After 4, they trail 5-2.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton bat line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
Taija Sports is the official apparel partner of the USSSA. With Taija Sports, you can have your team looking like the pros with personalized youth packages starting at around only $100 per player. This package includes one personalized jersey, a pair of pants, backpack, and a Taija Sports Flex Fit cap. Go to TaijaSports.com where you'll find additional items to suit your sporting needs, such as high-quality roller bags, batting gloves, and footwear. Taija Sports, where it begins.
Top of the fifth, Ricky Hamons leads off. One hopper into center field for a single. And the pitcher, KJ, Kevin Johnson, will step to the plate. Kevin Johnson, 2 for 2 with a single to right. So Logo Express back around top of the order, Brandon Murray. Big number 44 out of Mississippi. Tough play down third. I'll tell you right now, Jeff made a nice play at third. Knocked that ball down, picked it up, stepped on third for the force out. Shortstop Philip White steps in, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Top half the fifth inning. White, deep to left. It's going to be gone just over the World of Sports ESPN wide World of Sports sign. Second home run of the game for Phillip. And that's a 3-run shot, pushing the score for Logo Express 8, Northwest Combat 2, with 2 outs in the top of the fifth. Brian Autry pops it up for the third out. That retires the side here on top of the fifth. 3 runs in on Philip White's 3-run home run. So that makes it 8 for Logo Express, 3 for Northwest Combat as they come to bat. In the bottom half of the fifth inning, Men's Major World Series, ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Resmondo Sports is back with nearly 300 USSSA men's B, A, and AA World Tournament wins, in addition to the record-breaking 5-time USSSA Men's Major World Championships. This weekend only, Resmondo Sports is offering the High Performance Composite Bat Combo of the Year. You can pick up a Worth World Series Edition Resmondo Titan and the 2011 Worth Resmondo Duo for the World Series exclusive price of $4.99 when you buy both. To take advantage, see a Resmondo Sports representative at Disney or log on to ResmondoSports.com and use the promo code WSEDUO. USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in beautiful Osceola County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From fast-pitch softball, basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for you. Log on to USSSA.com to find out how you can take part.
Play the best and play USSSA.
Josh Fulton leads off here in the bottom of the fifth with a single to center. And we're back to the top of the lineup for Northwest Combat. Sal Formosa, the center fielder. Formosa 2 for 3. Formosa singles to right. Fulton will go on to third. Well, there he goes. He's into second. Nice hustle on Sal Formosa's part. He slides into second. What a double. So runners at second and third for Northwest Combat. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. And Johnny Orm will step to the plate. Orem down the left field line. He'll go into second with a double. 2 runs will score. Fulton and Formosa come across to score. Gare the batter, and he drives into right field. Matt Blanton from Logo picks it up out there. (8-5), 3 runs are in. Northwest Combat, they answer the 3 that Logo Express put up here in the top of the fifth. So Logo Express still leads. They've got 8. Northwest Combat 5. And Frank Henry, the right fielder for Northwest Combat, will step to the plate. Nobody out. And he shoots one right up the middle. So with nobody out, runners on the corners, Oscar Shipley, the catcher, has a chance to tie it. Last time up, he hit it off the 385 sign out there in left center. Ended up with a double, almost out of the park for a home run. And Shipley hits one in the gap to right center.
That's extra bases. That might score 2.
Look at Oscar. Big Oscar right in there, late sliding to third. You can probably tell Shipley doesn't slide often. Just a little bit late. But he doesn't care. He's knocked in two. 8-7, one-run deficit. And Northwest Combat's on the move. Joey Smith with a chance to tie. Nobody out.
Joey Smith into right. He will tie it. It was a lot closer than I thought when I had automatically tied it in my head.
Matt Blanton with a nice arm. I think Brian Autry now in the catch. Was dinking him a little bit, kind of trying to fake him out. He was going to make that late catch, quick tag. Took a bit of a short hop. But that ties the ball game. That's the 6th run of the inning. And a sacrifice fly to right field. So we're tied up 8-8. Matt Albert, the first baseman, will bat with a chance to give Northwest Combat the lead. Got him turned around and right.
That's
but it's
into the
gone.
bullpen.
Got a little help out there. Right in the middle of the bullpen.
And Rick, look at this inning. After scoring only 2 runs, and combined in this 1 run into the 2nd, 1 run in the 4th, they've exploded here in the bottom of the 5th.
Bats have come alive. Northwest Combat has taken the lead. And they've got the hammer, which is quite key in this game. You always want to have the hammer, Bernie.
Absolutely.
Well, I say you always do. Sometimes the big teams, when they play a littler team, they want to be visitors. Warren to right. That one's got a shot.
Oh, the
Ooh,
home
he
plate
calls it a
umpire
home
is
run.
calling it a fair
Here
ball.
they come. Here they
Foul
come.
to me.
Here they come.
And we don't have a great perspective.
No, we're unable to see that. Lombard
But I
was
am
down
almost
the line.
positive I saw it on the right side of that foul pole.
Well, here's the deal. Proper mechanic is plate umpire will make that call because as the first base umpire's running, has to turn to look over his head. So Carlos Childress and Dunn Lombard, they'll get together down here. Logo Express upset over the call. Zig, the coach, is still conversing with Carlos Childress behind the plate.
This is where we wish we had replays, but we don't have quite as many cameras as you would see on Sunday Night Baseball to really get the look you need.
Heyman's the first baseman and Blanton the right fielder. We're talking to Lombard, Don Lombard at first. The call is a home run, so that gives Northwest Combat a 2-run lead, 10-8. Kyle Decker, the middle infielder, will bat. Only 1 out. Decker's out on the strikeout. 2 fouls. So there's 2 outs, bottom half the 5th. Josh Fulton, the shortstop, will step in as Northwest Combat has put up 8 runs to take the lead, 10-8.
Josh Fulton retired, but what a productive inning the 5th was. Northwest has come from behind in a major way. They lead it 10-8, Rick.
Big inning there. 2 home runs. For the final 2 runs to take the lead. We'll find out what Northwest Combat can do as far as holding them. Logo Express, I'm sure, is ready to pick up a few more.
We have a leadoff extra base hit by John Kinserian. Got 2 brothers on this team playing
John
with
and
one
Robert.
another.
Middle infielder John, and Robert's the second baseman. So John's on second with a double, top half the 6th.
Now we get to see how Logo Express responds. They've led this entire game. They were up 8-2 before an 8-run 5th inning. And Matt Bunn hitting out to Henry in right field. He's going to put runners on the corners with nobody out. And Frank Yielding, the third baseman, who's 1 for 2 coming to the plate. Winner of this game, as we mentioned before, plays Resmondo. Scheduled start time 8:30 tonight. It's a winner's bracket all day long, Rick, but the second round starts at 4 o'clock. We're going to see GTL take on either Albacocos or Gene Shop. They got a tough turnaround because they're going to play that game at 1:30 and then they're going to have to play at 4.
Basically a back-to-back game. Just the one cork in the schedule right there. Our next game right here. Sinister and Woodlawn. Nice matchup. Sinister, the number 5 seed here.
Frank Allen Yielding, fouling that one down the right field line.
So Logo Express by 2, trailing by 2, 8-10. They have runners at first and second. They've got nobody out. Chance to take the lead, Bernie, with one swing of the bat.
And as their team is the visitor, this really critical that they try to tack on some runs here. as we're down to the final 2 innings.
Big time.
Obviously, that sounds like a John Madden comment. This should at least get 1 back. It's going to get multiples.
2. That's in the gap.
All the way to the wall for a triple.
They got 3 across.
Harrison with a triple. And Syrian, Bunt, and Yielding all come in to score. And Logo Express back on top, 11-10.
Yeah, I said they had runners at first and second. They actually had the bases loaded. It's a big hit. They took the lead on that one swing of the bat. John's brother Robert now to the plate. I don't know who's older.
I'm not sure either.
He drives it in the gap. That's going to the wall, Bernie.
Robert Kinserian going for back-to-back triples.
That ball rattles around, and Joey Smith runs back to pick it up, but not before Robert Kinserian's over at third. So Logo Express is now up by 2 when they trailed by 2 to go into this inning. And still have nobody out. Out of play. Nice catch. Did you see that play over there, Bernie?
Yeah,
in the
unbelievable.
right field stands. Some souvenir, but it was a nice play. There's another shot out to him between the 2 fielders. Left center field, right back to the wall. And that is 3 triples in a row.
Thirteen to 10. So Logo Express has bounced back with 5 runs here in the top of the 6th.
Well, they've answered the call. So Bernie, you keeping up on the computer? Facebook, Old Scout?
We're trying to figure out what's happening. USSSA, its Facebook page, it's been a little quiet. The only question we had, GSC Bats, was curious on how many bats have been locked up so far. And I had written back that we probably weren't privy to that information just because we're not in that area. But from what I had heard, it hadn't been many.
Oh, it's probably in the 20s because I locked them up last night, which is really not unusual. Like I said, in men's A world, we had probably between 120 and 150. Men's B world, we held 80. And these are bats that fail compression.
And obviously, no one has that compression machine. So it's in some ways impossible to know until it goes on there whether it's been hit enough, as we see Heyman's hit this one a long way to left. It's going to have the 14th run of the game for Logo Express. An athlete, in other words, in some ways couldn't tell if the bat's 220, if it's 240, if it's 200. I'm sure it's still, they can tell that it's a hot bat, that it hits the ball well, but it's still got to be difficult for them to tell if they've hit it enough to get it below that level.
Oh, yeah, that's, you know, these guys know when they take batting practice enough, it's going to get good. KJ down the left field line, foul. 6 runs in so far. Logo Express 14, Northwest Combat 10. Game 6. Of the tournament. Game 2 in your program.
Got a full slate today, Rick.
What's that, 8 games?
Yeah. To second. And that's out number 2. Question from David Corp. Why wouldn't the Northwest Combat middle infielder move to the outfield to stop the gappers?
Well, that's now people play so many games with a 5-man infield. You really don't see 4 outfielders often. And sure enough, when he moved out there, they'd probably be hitting it where he should have been in the middle infield. I mean, that's, it's a good question, but they're playing the odds. 5-man infield. They'll play a shift just like they have here. They put a shift on for Brandon Murray.
You'd like it if you could have 5 infielders and 4 outfielders, I guess, right?
Yeah. Let the umpire catch.
So, David, there's your answer. If you have any questions, we'll get to them periodically through the day. USSSA Slow Pitch Softball on Facebook.com. You can search and become a friend. We'll have some live videos as well of post-game interviews as they update. Probably starting more at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We have one of our interns that was grabbing those videos on a project trying to get some of the video board headshots set for the 4 o'clock games. I think that's going to be pretty cool. They're going to have the headshots of all the players here on the Jumbotron for the latter games.
Philip White on second, Brandon Murray on third, 2 away. Brian Autry, the additional hitter, who's now in a catcher. And they walk Brian Autry. Wow.
It's crazy.
Load him up.
So there's a force at every bag. Northwest Combat does have the hammer. They are the home team. But the bases are loaded.
Cancer in the batter. They've got a pinch runner. It's going to go in for Brian Autry. Jason Snyder will run. So the bases are loaded, 2 outs, top of the 6, 6 runs in. Logo Express up 14-10 right now over Northwest Combat. And John Cancer in the batter. He hits it to right field. Henry back to the wall. And he makes a nice grab. That ball was carrying, so that retires the side. Top of the 6th inning, Logo Express picks up 6. And as they go into the bottom of the 6th inning, Logo Express leads 14-10 over Northwest Combat. Right here at ESPN Wide World of Sports, Men's USSSA Major World Series. Bottom of the 6th, Josh Fulton will lead off. Right down the line, right inside the bag. He'll go into second with a stand-up double. And that ball was ripped right down the line. Heyman's with a nice try over there at first. Ball just gets into the stands. And Johnny Orm's the batter. It's Sal Formosa who led off the inning. Put up the wrong name on the scoreboard. So that's Formosa that scores. Orms on first. 1 run in the bottom of the 6th, 14-11.
All right. Got a question from Scott Brown. What happened to the team TNR Stucco this year?
TNR Stucco, Troy Nance had a B team out last week. He did not join the conference this year. He says he'll be back next year. So Troy was out there, played in the B, but he certainly did not qualify a team to be here.
And another one where we have a break, and the question, is there any time limit in any of these World Series games? And they're bringing up Major C, etc.
No time limit. All our world tournaments, we have no time limits. We have the run rules, but the only exception would be sometimes if we get really backed up with rain, then we'll put a time limit in until we get caught back up.
Down the third base line, hot shot there for Frank Henry. And you can tell that Matt O'Hare is just completely zoning us out as he tries to run the cameras today, because he's trying to keep us aware that we have another question on the board, and we just answered it. If you spend less time on Facebook and more time switching the cameras, you might be able to see where the ball's going sometimes. Oscar Shipley, there he goes into left field. Long drive, Shipley into the corner. Tracked down by Harrison. Well, tag and score run as Orem comes in.
14-12. 2 outs now, bottom of the 6th. Joey Smith, the batter. It's once again Oscar Shipley deep to the outfield, but not quite deep enough.
This should retire the side, and it does. Joey Smith retired, inning over. So Logo Express has a 2-run advantage as we head to the final inning. 7th inning coming up here on day 2 of the 2010 USSSA Men's Major World Series, presented by Busch Light.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton Bat Line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
Rick Robertson with us. A guy named Matt O'Hara asks, I heard Rick Robertson is a big Gator fan. Any truth to this? As Matt Bunn fouls this one down the right field line.
No, sir. Graduate of LSU, an LSU Tiger fan. 1975, way back in the ages.
And it's your team that spells go funny.
Geaux. Go Tigers. So we're in the top of the seventh, Bernie, the money inning. We'll see what happens.
Matt Bunn, oh, under that one.
That one didn't help.
And he's retired for out number one. A question from Bridget. She asked something that we've tried to reiterate, and we'll try to get a shot maybe after this batter. And I know we continue to have new audiences join our broadcast. And the question she has is, for those who haven't followed the rules, are bats brought in by the bat companies for everyone to use, or does everyone have to keep their bats behind the plate? Can you explain what that is a little?
Well, the bat companies don't provide bats for everybody.
Shot to short, and the throw to first. That's a second out. And in fact, you can see the barrels behind home plate on our home plate camera. They've moved them over right behind that ESPN sign. It's on the left side. And Rick, we have a crew that's been working diligently. Steve Soluch, Palab, who's one of the internet extraordinaires, and David Evol, all testing all those bats before they come in. So the athletes allowed to bring their own bats, and I'll let you elaborate on that a little more.
They're allowed to bring their own bats. Team is allowed a maximum of 20. You get 20 bats tested, the good ones, you know, the ones that pass compressions, the compression test, and that's what gets to be put in the barrel. That's the only ones you get to use for the weekend. So after our 1:30 game, after our complete first round, we'll have all 16 teams' bats are checked. The only way you get another bat in there is if one breaks. Then we take the broken one and hold it, and we test a new one and put it in the barrel, and away we go. Everybody plays on a level playing field, and it's worked well. We've done it in the conference championships, men's A World and men's B World. Fly ball to center, retires the side.
What a brutal inning for Logo Express to post a goose egg. Their lead is only 2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
Kyle Decker steps to the plate. He flares one into right field, right down the line, foul ball. They have been wearing that foul line out.
Give a shout out to Rick Harrison watching the ball game up in Wilmington, Delaware. Unable to be here, giving us some kind words online. Got a full day here for you to enjoy, Rick. Hopefully those of you that can't make it will get to enjoy these games. Decker into left. Trouble here for Logo Express.
Uh-oh.
A throw to third in time.
Oh. They come back with a great play, throw in right over to third. Frank Allen yielding with the tag. I believe that was Todd Newton, our pinch runner, thrown out at third. We have two 44s showing Todd Newton. That probably was Orlando Castillo with the first 44. Irregardless, he got thrown out at third. One run scored. It's 14-13, Bernie.
So the tying runs at second. Josh Fulton will watch as Todd Newton comes to the plate. And he could win it right here with one swing of the bat.
Wait a minute, we got the coach out here. Get him back in the dugout, Carlos. Zig, the coach for Logo Express, has no business being where he is.
On the ground.
Boot.
But the throw to first is in time for out number 2. So the tying run moves to third. And now the pressure's changed, Rick.
Yeah, pressure's right back on Northwest Combat. Carlos has charged him with a conference. It's a good call. He would not get in the dugout. They held up the game, and that's the true definition of a conference. Now we're going to have an argument. I mentioned he had no business being out there to begin with, Bernie. So that's conference number 1. If he comes out the second time in an inning, he'll have to remove his pitcher. So here's the situation. Logo leads 14-13. There's 2 outs. And we're in the bottom of the 7th. I think Carlos is explaining the rule to Zig, and I think they're both now patting each other on the back, so I think they're back on good terms. We're back to the top of the lineup. Sal Formosa will bat. Runner on third, 2 away.
Sal Formosa, he's 3 for 4 today. He has 2 RBIs, but he has, 2 runs scored, but 0 RBIs, Rick. What a critical RBI this would be.
He's hit the ball well.
Warren due up right behind him.
KJ fall behind. 2 balls, no strikes. He just walked him.
So the winning run is on first.
With 2 outs, you never want to put the winning run on. We know that. They know that, but that happens.
Orem has 4 RBIs in this game. He's 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Would it be worthwhile to load the bases here? No, this one's going to be hit to right field. And caught by Blanton. And look at this. Logo Express has survived. They're blanked in the top of the 7th. And Northwest Combat scoring only 1 run in the bottom of the 7th, excuse me. And so, Logo Express advancing. They'll take on Resmondo. The game coming your way tonight at 8 o'clock. There's an updated look at our bracket. Resmondo defeating Suncoast. Logo Express defeating Northwest Combat. We'll flip through the rest of the brackets. You see AJS will take on Dan Smith. GTL has already advanced. They'll face the winner between Albacocos and Jean Shop. That game coming up in an hour and a half. And up next, it's Sinister and Woodlaw. The winner faces Fence Brokers. The coverage of the 2010 Men's Major Championship here from ESPN Wide World of Sports presented by Busch Light continues